Uh, yeah, exactly. And so they ran a little grocery store and they farmed, and the grocery store was right by their house. But they were type. I mean, they both never came in the door at the same time because that wasn't going to work. They could never go back. They could never go down the same aisle together side by side, because they'd knock all the cans off the. But Uncle Herman and Aunt Lula, they were considerable people, and so Uncle Herman got this. We go work on that farm all the time, and Uncle Herman got this incredible. I probably wasn't like 10, 11, 12 years old, but he bought this brand new, beautiful burnt orange truck. Man, that thing was so beautiful, and he's a farmer now. And so we got in that truck, my brother and I are riding in the back of it, Dad's in the front, and we're going out to the pasture, and he usually had a couple of hundred head of cattle, and he, for whatever reason, I don't know, but he always had like 50, 60 horses, which he never rode. They'd kill him. And so you'll catch that on a slow train. But so he comes up there, and we come up to the gate, so, we always bail out the back, go get that, that fence, pull that thing, pull that back around. And so he pulls it, and as he's coming by, he just rakes right down the post, scratches the entire side of his truck. And I'm like, it's brand new. He went right out into the pasture, turned around, and came right back through that gate and raked the other side of the truck. And I remember I'm standing outside the thing. I'm only, 10, 11, 12. I said, Uncle Herman, what'd you do to your truck? And he looked at me and he said, son, now I don't have to worry about it. Well, that's right. He didn't have to worry about it. I mean, just go ahead and scratch it all up. Now you don't have to worry about it. Now, the fact is, the stuff we think so important, it just crumbles away. Now, verse 1 is a warning and a call to repentance. You see that? It says, go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. He's saying now, he's trying to wake them up. Verse 2 and 3 is the result and danger that the rich man faces. And so you see that, your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten, and your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be witness against you, and you shall eat of your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. And so, and again, you're talking about those treasures he's heaping together for the last days, they're going to burn up. And so, verse 4 now is an explanation of how the rich man got to where he is, and the reality that God hears the plea of the poor that he's abused. Look at verse 4. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. He said, behold the people that you cheated out of their wages. You cared so much about your possession and your money that you cheated people that worked to provide you with everything. And he said, you kept back by fraud. He said, crieth. These people are crying. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. He said, listen, you cheated the people. You worked them. You took from them. You took everything from them. He said, but I want you to understand, I hear their cry. God hears the people that are being walked over, and he's going to have punishment for the people that are doing the abusing. Now, the truth is, we're about to see the solution that would take care of everything in the world and everything in America right now, take care of our problem, if we really were a Christian nation and we had a great group of Christian people and we had people seeking God. It's right here. God's going to give the solution. Now, it's not the solution that we want, because we want to make sure, we want to bring vengeance. We want to make things right. A fraud crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. He said, these people worked for you and you cheated them. These people made you great and you've done nothing but take from them. I know this passage, for a lot of us, we're thinking, what in the world? How does this have anything to do with who we are?